Welcome back to AI GTM Podcast and Happy New Year. After many years of success in building successful offshore go-to-market teams and placing over 350 plus folks within high-growth Silicon Valley companies, the Exordium Talent Team shares their views on the 2025 go-to-market trends, how AI could disrupt the way we have traditionally done GTM, and how we should structure the GTM organization to achieve maximum success while heavily increasing optimization while driving costs down. Before we dive into today's episode, please hit that subscribe and follow button to stay informed about our next episode drop. And let us know if you agree with our predictions for next year.
Today we're diving into something pretty big.
Yeah.
AI and how it's going to completely transform the go-to-market landscape. And I mean, just imagine cutting your GTM costs in half without losing any quality.
Yeah, and it's not even just about cutting costs. It's about efficiency, scalability, building a GTM machine that's ready for anything.
Okay, so then break it down for me.
Sure.
How is AI going to shake things up in GTM?
Well, for starters, we're already seeing AI's impact at every single stage of the GTM process.
Oh, wow.
From lead generation and qualifying those leads all the way to closing deals. AI is automating tasks, giving us incredible insights and helping us make smarter decisions.
Okay, so what does that actually look like?
Okay, so imagine AI tools that analyze mountains of data
Okay.
and pinpoint your most promising leads.
Okay.
Or think about AI chatbots
Yeah.
handling those basic customer questions,
Interesting.
freeing up your human support agents for the more complex issues.
Makes sense.
And then there's AI tools that craft personalized email campaigns
Wow.
and follow-up sequences like instantly.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah,
What about the human touch?
right.
Can AI really replace human interaction when it comes to sales and marketing?
You know, not entirely,
Okay.
but it can definitely enhance it.
Yeah.
AI can take over a lot of those routine tasks,
Right.
freeing us humans up to focus on what we do best,
Which is
building those relationships, understanding complex needs, and providing strategic guidance.
So it's not AI versus humans.
No.
It's AI working with humans
It's a collaboration.
to make us all better.
Exactly. We need to learn how to work with AI
Okay.
to leverage its strengths and use it to our advantage.
Okay, so we've got AI automating tasks,
Yes.
providing insights, freeing up human brain power for strategy.
Yeah.
What other major trends are you seeing in the GTM space?
Well, one of the biggest is the move towards remote work and global talent pools.
Interesting.
Companies aren't limited by location anymore.
Right.
They can tap into a global workforce and find the best talent at the best price.
So are you saying that traditional tech hubs
Yeah.
like Silicon Valley, they're losing their grip?
In a sense, yes.
Wow.
The cost of living in those places is through the roof.
Yeah.
And companies are realizing they can get the same or even better talent for a fraction of the cost elsewhere.
And that's where offshoring comes in.
Exactly. Companies are setting up GTM teams in places like the Philippines, India, Eastern Europe, where they have access to highly skilled professionals at a much lower cost.
Okay, so we've got AI handling tasks, providing insights,
Right.
and offshoring giving us access to a global talent pool.
Yep.
What happens when you combine the two?
You create a lean, mean GTM machine.
Okay, I like it.
Think about it. Your SDR team could be mostly offshore,
Okay.
supported by AI tools that automate outreach and qualify leads.
And then what?
Your US-based team can focus on the really strategic stuff,
Yeah.
building those key relationships, closing those big complex deals.
That sounds amazing.
It is.
But what are the downsides?
Well,
There's got to be some, right?
of course there are always challenges.
Like what?
Job displacement is a real concern.
Right.
As AI and automation get more advanced,
Uh-huh.
certain jobs, especially repetitive or easily automated ones, might become obsolete.
So how do we navigate that
Companies need to invest in education and retraining programs.
so their employees can adapt?
Exactly. They need to focus on developing uniquely human skills,
Right.
the kind that AI can't replicate.
Okay.
Things like creativity, critical thinking, emotional intelligence.
So it sounds like the key is to see AI and offshoring,
Yeah,
not as threats,
right.
but as opportunities.
They're reshaping the GTM landscape, whether we like it or not.
Okay.
The companies that adapt quickly and strategically, they'll be the ones that thrive.
I see what you mean.
Yeah,
It's a whole new world out there,
It is.
and we need to be ready for it.
we do. It really is a chance to level up, you know?
Okay, so let's say I'm a CEO listening to this.
Yeah.
And I'm on board with these trends.
Okay,
Where do I start?
right.
What's step one in getting my GTM strategy ready for this AI future?
Well, first things first,
Yeah.
AI isn't a magic wand, you know? You can't just plug it in and watch the money roll in.
Right.
It's all about strategically integrating AI into your existing setup, your processes, your structure.
Okay.
To start, by taking a good hard look at your current GTM model.
So like a deep dive into how we do things now?
Exactly. Processes, team structure, the whole shebang.
Okay.
Find the bottlenecks, the inefficiencies, the places where human error creeps in.
Right.
Those are usually the best spots to start incorporating AI.
That makes sense. But how do we make sure we're not losing that human touch?
Sure.
Our customers still want to feel like they're dealing with real people, right?
Absolutely. And that's where workforce planning comes in. As you're figuring out which tasks to automate, you got to think about the skills and roles that are going to become even more important.
So those uniquely human skills that AI can't replicate.
Exactly.
Creativity, problem solving, building relationships, that kind of stuff.
The things that make us human,
Right.
those are the skills that'll set you apart.
In an AI-driven world.
Yeah, where AI is handling the routine stuff.
So we invest in training
Yes.
and development programs to help our team level up in those areas.
Exactly. And when you're hiring,
Right.
don't just look for technical skills.
Yeah.
Look for those soft skills, the ones that are going to be in high demand.
And don't be afraid to think outside the box when it comes to hiring.
Right?
Look for people with diverse backgrounds and experiences who can bring fresh perspectives.
You know what strikes me is that this is bigger than just cutting costs or even being more efficient.
It is.
It's about becoming more agile, more adaptable as a company.
Right, because when AI is handling the day-to-day, your team can focus on the strategic, creative, relationship-driven stuff that really makes a difference.
Exactly. And having that global talent pool means you can scale your operations up or down so much faster.
You could respond to changes in the market like that.
In real time.
That kind of agility is essential.
It's not just about surviving, it's about thriving.
I know some leaders are going to be hesitant about this AI-powered future.
Of course, change is scary.
There's always that fear of the unknown.
Right.
What would you say to those who are resisting change?
I'd say the biggest risk is not adapting at all.
Okay.
The world's changing, whether we like it or not.
Yeah.
The companies that cling to the old ways, they're going to get left behind.
Right.
Embrace the possibilities that AI and offshoring offer.
Right.
But do it strategically, thoughtfully.
It's about finding that balance
Yes.
between human expertise and technological innovation.
It's not about replacing humans with robots.
Right.
It's about empowering humans to do what they do best.
Okay, so how does all of this change the role of the GTM leader?
Good question.
What skills are going to be essential in this new world?
Well, first off, GTM leaders need to be comfortable working with data and AI.
Okay.
They need to understand how to use these AI tools,
Go ahead.
analyze data, identify trends, make informed decisions.
So data literacy is crucial.
Now more than ever, but it's not just about crunching numbers.
Right.
They also need to be strong communicators and collaborators.
Why is that?
As GTM teams become more spread out, more diverse,
Sure.
a mix of onshore, offshore, and AI team members,
Right.
communication and collaboration are key.
And of course, they need to be adaptable,
Absolutely.
able to pivot their strategy as needed.
The ability to learn, adapt, and embrace change, that's going to be crucial for GTM leaders.
So they're kind of like a conductor,
Yeah,
orchestrating this whole symphony of talent, technology, and strategy.
I like that analogy.
It really captures how complex and how powerful GTM is becoming.
It's not just about selling anymore. It's about creating a seamless, personalized customer experience at every touch point.
And that takes a new kind of GTM leader.
Yeah,
Someone who's both data-driven and human-centric, strategic, and adaptable.
precisely. It's an exciting time to be in GTM.
It is.
But it also demands constant learning and evolution.
And those who embrace that challenge.
They'll be the ones who thrive.
What are some key things to keep in mind as we're navigating this changing GTM landscape?
Well, don't forget, AI is a tool.
Right.
It's not a replacement for human judgment and intuition.
Don't forget the human element.
It's what's going to make your GTM strategy stand out.
So what's the one piece of advice you'd give to our listeners?
To those tech leaders who are looking ahead to this AI-powered future, embrace the change. Don't be afraid to experiment and never stop learning. The future belongs to those who are adaptable, innovative, and always looking for new ways to create value.
Before we wrap up,
Sure.
I want to go back to something you mentioned earlier.
Okay.
The human element.
Right.
How do we make sure as leaders that we're not leaving our people behind in this rush to automate and be more efficient?
That's such an important question.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's something that keeps me up at night.
Really?
You can't just talk about AI and offshoring as these like abstract concepts.
Yeah.
There are real people whose lives are going to be impacted by these trends.
So practically speaking,
Mm-hmm.
what can we do to make sure we're bringing our teams along on this journey?
Well, communication is key.
Yeah.
Be upfront with your employees about the changes that are coming
Yeah.
and how they might be affected.
Yeah.
Give them chances to learn new skills,
Okay.
to prepare themselves for the jobs of the future.
It's about investing in our people just as much as we're investing in new technologies.
Exactly. And it's not just about training.
No.
It's about creating a culture of continuous learning and development.
So how do we do that?
Encourage your employees to be curious, to experiment, to always be learning new things.
And as leaders, we need to lead by example.
Absolutely.
We need to be willing to learn and grow right alongside our teams.
The best leaders are the ones who are constantly learning and adapting.
Yeah.
They're humble enough to admit they don't have all the answers, and they empower their teams to find solutions.
So it's not just about giving people the technical skills.
It's about fostering that mindset of adaptability,
Right.
curiosity, lifelong learning.
And it's about creating a culture of trust and support.
Exactly. Your employees need to know you've got their back,
Yeah.
that you're invested in their success, and that you're not going to leave them behind.
We're building a strong team
Yes.
that can navigate all these changes together.
We're all in this together.
Yeah.
And the more we support each other, the better off we'll all be.
That's great advice. And to our listeners out there, thank you for joining us on this exploration of the future of go-to-market.
Thanks, everyone.
The future isn't something that just happens to us. It's something we create. So go out there and build a future we can all be proud of.
Before you go, be sure to hit subscribe and tap the bell icon to stay updated on all our upcoming episodes. We'll be sharing real-world customer outcomes that highlight the benefits of offshore GTM, diving into the era of reduced venture capital, discussing the new realities tech companies face, talk about founder mode in GTM, and more. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you in the next episode.